With AI, automation, and just constant change, it really feels like the future is coming at us faster than ever. And it's so easy to feel anxious about it all. But what if that anxiety is kind of misplaced? What if this is actually the most optimistic time to be alive? Well, that's the big idea from futurist Kevin Kelly. And in this explainer, we're going to break down his powerful guide for not just surviving the future, but actually building a better one. I mean, this is the question on everyone's mind, isn't it? AI is evolving at this incredible breakneck speed. The world feels more unpredictable by the day. Are we building some kind of utopia, or are we heading for a dystopia? What's the deal? And this is where our guide, Kevin Kelly, comes in. Now, he's been thinking deeply about technology for over 50 years, and he says this is precisely the moment for more optimism, not less. And honestly, his case for it is surprisingly convincing. So, who exactly is Kevin Kelly? Let's take a quick look at the mind that's going to be guiding us on this little journey into tomorrow. What I love about Kelly's approach is right here in this quote. He's not some fortune teller with a crystal ball. He starts from a place of real humility. His goal isn't to be right about what the future holds, but to understand the deep trends, the currents that are shaping it, so we can be ready for whatever comes next. And believe me, this guy's got the credentials. He co-founded Wired magazine back in '93, basically shaping how we all talked about digital culture. Then, he literally helped Hollywood imagine what the year 2054 would look like for the movie Minority Report. The man has spent a lifetime looking ahead. All right, let's just get right to it. The elephant in the room. The one question that seems to dominate every single conversation about technology and the future. Is AI going to take all of our jobs? Kelly's answer starts with this single, powerful piece of evidence. So far, the number of jobs that have actually verifiably been lost to AI is, well, it's pretty much zero. He argues we really need to focus on what's actually happening, not just on our fears. So the common fear is pretty simple, right? AI gets smarter, we become obsolete. But Kelly's version of reality is way more interesting. He argues that our role doesn't just disappear, it evolves. We stop being the ones who do all the tasks, and we move into roles that, for now at least, are uniquely human. So what are these human-only roles? Kelly points to two big ones. First, long-term management. Think of us as the conductors of an AI orchestra, guiding these powerful tools through really complex, long-term projects. And second, building trust. Because at the end of the day, an AI can't take responsibility for its work. A person has to stand behind it. This quote just hits the nail on the head. If a company builds an AI that makes a huge mistake, who do you blame? The AI? No way! You hold the humans accountable. Like Kelly says, we're the ones bringing the trust and the responsibility that the technology itself just can't provide. Okay, so his ideas about AI are fascinating, but they're really just one piece of a much, much bigger puzzle. They all fit into this broader philosophy he's developed for navigating any kind of change the future throws at us. And the absolute heart of his philosophy is this idea he calls radical optimism. Now, this isn't some naive, everything's going to be great belief. Not at all. In fact, he fully expects our problems to get bigger. The core idea is that for every new problem we create, our ability to solve problems grows even faster. This chart is the perfect way to picture it. Yeah, new technologies create big problems, but in the process of dealing with them, we invent new tools and new solutions. It's a cycle where we're always leveling up. We literally get better at getting better. Okay, so that's the big picture view. But how does this actually apply to our own lives, our careers? Well, this is where Kelly offers another really critical principle. You need to focus on your direction, not your destination. Think of it like this. Being destination-focused is like locking a single address into your GPS. If there's a roadblock, you're just stuck. But being direction-focused is like using a compass. You know you're heading north. You can be flexible, you can take detours, you can adapt to whatever comes your way, all while staying true to your path. And this leads to some of the most powerful personal advice in Kelly's entire framework. I mean, if the job you're going to have in 10 years hasn't even been invented yet, what do you build your identity on? He says, don't tie it to your opinions. Those have to change as you learn new things. Instead, tie it to timeless values, things like curiosity or kindness. That becomes your bedrock, giving you the freedom to learn and adapt without ever feeling like you're losing who you are. So what does all this add up to for us? Well, it means the future isn't just something that happens to us. It's not a movie we're watching. We actually have a very active role to play in what comes next. And this is really the ultimate takeaway. The future isn't some fixed point on a map that we're all speeding towards. It's a vast space of possibilities. It's a blank canvas. And what gets built there, that is totally up to us. Our choices, our values, and our actions. And that's exactly why this optimism he talks about is so critical. It's not a passive feeling, it's a creative force. You can't build a better future if you're secretly pessimistic about it, or if you just hope it happens by accident. As Kelly puts it, we first have to imagine a world we actually want to live in, and then find the courage to believe we can make it real. So that leaves us with one final really crucial question. Armed with these tools, this idea of radical optimism, a focus on direction, and an identity built on bedrock, what kind of future will you choose to help create?